Hello, my beautiful people. This is another new day that the Lord has made, that we should be glad and rejoice in it. This is Ray Poultry Services under Linda Lindis. Welcome to our YouTube channel where we learn, educate, encourage, and we work together. Thank you for the fact that we have come. Thank you for encouraging us. Thank you even for watching our videos. We really feel encouraged. This is where we learn. We keep ornamental birds. We keep
Incubation services.
this is where we do incubation services. We do poultry farming, whereby we keep birds, ornamental birds like bantam, guinea fowl, turkey, and many more. So today, as I look back where we started, I felt there's a need of encouraging us so that we can be able to start ama to work together. Even if you are down there, even if you feel that you don't have hope, even if you feel that poultry farming is very, very expensive, I want to take you to a route where I started and where I am today to encourage you. Be it one person who will be encouraged, it will be good to go. Because it's not about money, it's about the knowledge, it's about the zeal, it's about, what can I say? It's about the passion. So any encounter ama discouragement you find in the way will not hinder you. It will strengthen you to soldier on, to keep on going, and to keep on keeping on. As we do, as we better our best. Welcome to Linda Lindis, Ray Poultry Services. Today, particularly, I want to encourage someone by making a brooder with locally available materials. I want to show you exactly the brooder that I started with, without any money, without any skills. Because when I went to a friend who was rearing broilers, I started with broilers, and that friend really encouraged me to start the farming, and she was to lead me or to hold my hand. But unfortunately, due to domestic or issues, she had to relocate, whereby I had no one else to turn to. And here I am, she had ordered the chicks for me. I had no brooder, I had nothing, but I had a small house, mabati house, iron sheet, made of iron sheet, and I had to go on. It was 1 week to collecting my chicks, and here I was. She was to come also to check what I've done, to what can I say?
To help you.
To inspect what I have done on the ground, so that she can show me how to make a brooder, the do and the don'ts, and what I can improve or what I can take away. But here she had left, and we had no other communication. So I decided, no, I won't go on. I will cancel the order. When I called to the person who was to support my supplier, actually, she told me the conditions, and I felt I stand to lose. So I decided I'll take my chicks anyhow. I will start. And there were 250 birds. I didn't have a lot of money. Actually, I had 30,000. When she told me she will hold my hand, I went to my local chama and I was loaned 30,000. And that is what I was to start with. Remembering, bearing in mind, the chick was 55 shillings per chick. So around 15,000 was to go to buying the chicks. The other 15,000, I thought it was a lot of money that will take me through. I found myself in a funny corner. But anyway, anyhow, I made it. And that is why I want to encourage someone here who is there. You feel you don't have somebody to hold you. You feel that you don't know what to do. You feel that you are even less. You feel that this is something so big. But today I can look back and say, look what the Lord has done. And here I am today. I want to take you back exactly to the same car house. In fact, I didn't have even electricity. It was the same brooder. When I was there with my chicks, I went and collected my chicks, and they were there packed in a box, wondering where to start. On the same note, I identified a corner in that room, and I decided, since I have 2 walls, I don't need much. Let us go to show you how to make a simple brooder using the local available material, whatever you have. Let's go. Okay, this is a corner of a room. I have identified a corner that has already this wall and the other side. So already this wall and this wall is usable. So what I did, when I was standing there, I felt now I had to. There was no otherwise. So I took that corner of a room. This is how I did it. I started it by sweeping it to make it clean. Kabisa, you make it clean, and you can see it is iron sheet. So I made it clean like this. I made sure that everything is well. I swept every part of it. So you will identify the size depending with the number of chicks that you want to keep. But being very small chickens, like 1 day old, they don't need a big space. So this is for somebody who is passionate about chicken rearing, and your financial status is not accommodative at the moment, but we still have to fight. We have to say that we have to keep on keeping on. Like we said even in the previous video, that we should encourage ourselves. And we know that our today will not hinder us to progress tomorrow. This is how I did it. And bearing in mind this is a floor, na kuna baridi for the chicks, I took a polythene bag, easy like waterproof, a black one, like this one, and I spread it on the floor. This is to make sure that the chicks will not get any cold from the floor, like that. You spread kabisa. You can see the way I'm doing it. This one you can get from a hardware. A meter is 80 to 100 shillings, and it's very available. That one even you can borrow a friend, 100 shillings. You know what you want to do. So that is 1 meter, 80 to 100 shillings. That is how I did it. And you make sure there is no room like this one, a space like this one that the chick can get in. So I'll take a box like this one. This is local. You can borrow from a shop, and make sure that you put it there so that there is no room that the chicks can get in. Like that. You can use nails. We can use nails so that it can hold. These are my nails that I'm going to use to make the place, to hold my cartons. Well, I'm telling you, I remember the art and craft we did in class. It's in primary school.
And then we applied.
I'm telling you, art and craft. Like that. Now at least the box, the cartons are well. You can see, here I am. Now, after that, I took empty jerry cans to start making my brooder. This is how I did it. That way, that way, that way, that way. So far, so good. So far, so good. This far now we can see we have something that we can work with. It is inajionyesha sasa. Now, this is another step now. Actually, the first place, when you are identifying a corner, at least look for a place where there is enough light, whereby during the day, you don't need electricity, you don't need lighting, you can use the natural light. Remember, our brooder can cater for people who have electricity and both those who don't have electricity. At that time, I didn't have electricity, but I had borrowed a friend a panel that I used for lighting even during the night, and I used a jiko for the chicks, made of tin ama mabati. That is one. Those it has grown old, but if you want me to show you the way it is right now, just to give you a picture, I'll show you. But it's a bit old now. Actually, we are talking of a story. Actually, we started the journey in 2008. So you can imagine how far we have come. And that time, so you can use the wood shavings. And since I don't have the wood shaving right now, if you don't have, you can use the sacks. You can use the sacks, at least to make the chicks very comfortable and to make the brooder more warm. You can make the brooder warm and more clean. We are going to use 2 sacks like that. Make sure it is well spread. I'm spreading like that towards the corner kabisa because of the iron sheet, so that they don't feel cold. So when you're using electricity, you shall do the wiring. Then you drop your bulb 1 foot from the ground. 1 foot from the ground. And if you have a jiko, you put it in the middle. These days we have those pots that are being made. I'll show you a picture next time of the pot for those who don't have electricity. So you can use the panel for lighting, then the jiko for heat. So you are still good to go. Remember, we have not gone to the shop to buy anything. We have used the locally available materials. That is what I did. And at the end of the day, I succeeded. When I look back, I just see what the Lord has done. So if you don't have anything, but you have a space, use whatever you have. At least in every homestead, utapata mtungi ya maji. Hawezi kosa. You cannot even miss a carton. This is the way it's now looking. Remember, like I told you, those who have electricity, when you're doing your wiring, when you're dropping the bulb, ama the wire, do it 1 foot from the ground. 1 foot, I believe, is like from here to here, whereby the chicks will be comfortable. The heat will not be too much. And the bulb you can use the locally available bulbs, not necessarily the brooding bulb, because one, the brooding bulb is very expensive. And here we are just accommodating that beginner, that person who does not have enough in his pocket or her pocket to do the poultry farming. So the other bulb, the normal one, the Philips, 100 watts, it is 50 shillings. And it still can do the work. But when you're buying the bulb holder, use the ones that are marble made of marbles. That one can withstand the heat. The other ones which are locally, the other ones from China, they melt and they can do some harm in the brooder. When it melts, it can fall. So you can use the bulb holders that are made of marbles. This is the water now that will be used by the chicks. Like we said, we are using locally available materials. This is what I used. By that time, I had 250 bags, so I used 2 of them. I didn't even have money for the feeders. I took the top, ama kifuniko ya mtungi, ya drum ya maji. This is where I put my food. We are trying to educate. We are trying to encourage. We are trying to pull that one who is very down there. At least you can use something. You can even use a plate, a tray that you have in the house. You don't need to go to the shop and buy that tray, expensive, nini, hauna do. Use that, whatever you have. That tray in the house, after that you'll wash it vizuri na uirudishe kwa nyumba na mtumie. But for now, we are going to use this one for our chicks. Just trying to educate you, just trying to encourage you where I started and what I used, because I didn't have money. I didn't have anybody to hold my hand. Actually, at that time, many people were not into poultry farming. They feared. They said, "Ai, kuku nilieka zikakufa, hata siwezi rudi hapo." Nobody wanted to do anything. And the one who has chicks is not ready to share information with anyone. Hakuelezei, hakuambii. So the people were, at that time, they were a bit selfish. But due to that, I felt I should educate people. I should encourage, so that at least you have that passion. You can be able to do something and to know there's somewhere I can go. There's a channel I can tune on and see and feel encouraged. So I used this one as my feeder. So I'll put some food here. This is chick mash. Chick mash. You spread it like that. But remember, you should not get inside here with your feet. Already we disinfected the room, the brooder. So it is ready to go. Just to show you that it is possible. There's nothing that is impossible. Our brooder is here, ready to receive our chicks. And here we are. Here we go. That way. That way. And you can see we have even the sunlight that is coming through our window. That one will enable our chicks to get even warm. Remember, here we are using the locally available materials from within us, from our own house. Like I told you, you should encourage yourself every time. Even if you don't have money, remember tomorrow you have something. And that takes me back to the story of the Bible, the story of Moses. When God asked Moses, what do you have? And he said, we just have a staff. Here we are today. We used exactly what we have. And I can ask you the same question today. What do you have? Whatever you have that can be able to be used. You can see now our chicks are comfortable. They are good to go. That way. So in the evening, you can use that jiko, the pot that is normally used for the chicks. You put it in the middle so that the heat can be well distributed in the brooder. You can see the chicks are vibrant. So far we have not lit any light heat. There is no light we are using. Everything here is natural. And they are walking up and down to tell you that they are comfortable. So you can see the brooder now. You can see it is workable. You can see the chicks are vibrant and happy and comfortable using whatever we have. Okay, talking about now about the feeding trough that we have. Since the chicks are getting inside and they are littering on the food, what I normally do when I'm mixing my medication, I use cocciid. The cocciid is used to control coccidiosis. I use to control level. So I put a very little, like a quarter of a teaspoon in like half liter of water. That will enable us to control coccidiosis in our flock, in our chicks. Every time that you put the medication, I do cocciid, I do chick formula, liquid paraffin, and when I mix, it stays for 24 hours. So the following day, I will wash my container, I'll pour every water that is remaining, and I repeat the formula again. There's no control measures, there's no withdrawal periods when using the cocciid. It's a very friendly antibiotic. Every farmer, every poultry farmer should have that one during poultry rearing, when you are feeding your chicks, when you are rearing, because it is friendly. You can use it in chicks up to laying birds. That one has no withdrawal periods. That is how I control my flock from getting, my chicks from getting coccidiosis. Because now, since this is what we are using, even in the locally available shops, they have the trays. The same thing happens. So use cocciid all through. There are many others in the market, but I find cocciid being effective. That is what I do to get my chicks healthy and to control coccidiosis. Like I told you, this is how I started, and it worked. I didn't know how to feed my broilers. Actually, the lady who supplied the chicks to me was kind enough. When I told her I don't know anything, she wrote down everything for me from day 1 to week 6 when they were supposed to be slaughtered, the medication that is supposed to be given, and also the feeds that are required. I was telling the story 2008. That is how I started, and up to the point of slaughtering my chicks. Like I told you, I didn't have money. I had only 30,000, and 15,000 shillings went for buying the bags. So with the 15,000, I was unable to feed my chicks. What I did, you can ask yourself, what did you do? How did you manage? What I did, I gathered courage because they were not ready to be slaughtered. They were still chicks. I didn't have money, and here I was. So what I did, I gathered courage. I went to my local supplier, ama mama ule akona Agrobet, where I bought the first 2 bags of feed, and I told her my story. I told her I don't have money, and since you're the one who I supplied to me the first 2 bags, kindly, please supply for me. Please nilishie hizi kuku chakula mpaka niweze kumanage kuslaughter. And when I slaughter my chicks, I will be very honest to come and pay back every 6 coin. And the lady understood, and she supplied me with feeds until the chicks were slaughtered. And when they were slaughtered, I went and paid everything. And after that, I didn't give up. Actually, I had courage. And even I called my supplier and I told her, do you know what? All my 255 birds are alive. And they were shocked. Because with broilers, they are a bit delicate. And how to manage up to that point, it was by the grace of God. And after that, I ordered others. And that is how my journey was. And that is my successful story, because far back then, I didn't know I'll come this far. And at the end of the day, I went into kienyeji. After I continued with broilers, I decided no. At least I've been putting 10 to 20 kienyeji's, at least my children to get eggs. I didn't know it was a vision, a future vision. So I ended up in kienyeji after a few disappointments of market with the broilers. In 2017, I ventured into full kienyeji, improved kienyeji rearing, because with kienyeji you can sell the chicks, you can sell the egg, and even you can sell the chicken when it is. So there are 3 ways you can do it. Even if you don't have a market for your eggs, you can incubate them and add value to your egg, and you can sell that chick at affordable, a better price than selling an egg. An egg, it goes to between 25 shillings and 30 shillings, but when you incubate that egg and get a chick, you can sell that chick between 100 and 110 shillings. So that is how I ventured into kienyeji. And far later on, God enabled me to buy my own incubator. So I do incubation right now. I welcome even somebody who has eggs to come. I incubate for them at 20 shillings per egg. That is chicken egg. And also, I incubate my own eggs, and I do sell one-day-old chicks. So I want to encourage you out there, keep on trying. Better your best, so that at the end of the day, it is not about a try and error. Have that passion. Today I can smile back, looking back, and that is why I decided I'll go back. I'll take that energy to give you that strength that you need. You just need that strength to start. If you started and you're disappointed along the way, or discouraged due to one thing or another, you have still a chance to try again. It is possible. It is possible. You can do it, and you can earn a living, and you can employ yourself through poultry farming. Thank you so much. God bless you as you keep on trying, as you better your best. Keep on trying. This is just an advice which I can give to any beginner, anybody who has been willing to start poultry farming and you don't know how. First of all, when you have a room, the housing, that is the first tip, housing. The second tip, have the correct breed. The third tip is feeds, because most of us, we miss the mark by going to buy chicks where there is no good breed, maybe they have inbreed. Yeah, look for a place, a supplier who has the right breed. 2, feeds. When you go to feed, other people are making their own local foods at a cheaper price, which there is no problem with that. But is that feed complete? Because these chicks, they just feed on what you've given them. If they are not complete, they are not whole, they lack other nutrients. That one will affect the performance of your birds. And the fourth tip is proper vaccination program. You should follow the proper vaccination program, especially when you are doing chicken poultry rearing. When you don't vaccinate your chicks, that is where you miss your mark. The first vaccination should be Marex, which is done in the hatchery. The second one is Newcastle, which is done on the 7th day after hatching. On the 14th day, we do Gumboro. On the 21st day, we do Gumboro again. On the 28th day, that is the 4th week, we repeat Newcastle again. On the 6th week, that is 1 month and a half, we do the fowlpox vaccine, which is a jab that is done on the wing. On the 8th week, now our birds are 2 months old, we do the foil typhoid, which is also a jab that is done on the thigh. You can make arrangement with your local vet. They can do it for you at a cheaper price. Also, learn to also deal with one vet, because people can give you different information which is misleading. Others will tell you there is no need of vaccination. Kienyeji ati zinaweza ziko na immunity. That is a lie. Because we vaccinate against viral diseases. These viral diseases ni zile zinakuja na hewa. So be it kienyeji, be it bird, be it guinea fowl, they need vaccination. Another thing, we've done the dye jab, that is the 8th week. Then when they are 3 months old, that is 16 weeks, you deworm your chicks. Always deworm your chicks after every 2 to 3 months for proper and healthy chicks. If they are improved, by 4.5 to 5 months, your chicks have already matured. Your birds can now get on cell. If it is a chicken, they start laying by 4.5 to 5 months. And the jogo now is very mature. You can sell between 15 to even 1,700, depending with the weight. So, others will ask you how much is the chicks are they supposed to eat, how many kilos. What I normally advise my customers, what you are supposed to check, like the 1-day-old chicks. There is no measuring. Wanafaa kuwa na chakula throughout, usiku na mchana. Usiku na mchana. There is no room for stress, because the moment they lack enough food, they will start getting distressed. And also water. They should have water and food throughout day and night. So the moment they lack water, they lack food, there's a period they stay like 2 hours without food, they get distressed. And with that, the performance of their chicks goes down. And even the performance of their hen gets down. So they should get enough feed throughout the first 1 month. They should be in the brooder for 1 good month. And they eat day and night, so that they can have a good jump start. With that, now they can go to the main house. Pali wanakula mchana na usiku wanalala like a normal chicken. So far, I believe I've tipped you. So there are 3 components when you are starting poultry farming. You should put into account. 1, proper breed. 2, proper feeds. And 3, proper housing. We can get the same breed and we go in different houses, but my chicks performs well and yours lack to perform. How is that house should be? The house should be well ventilated, should have enough light, there should be proper space, they should not be congested. When they are congested, they are unable to expand. There is no proper movement because the chicks they're supposed to move. Hata kuku zinafaa kutembea tembea. So the moment wanakosa pahali pa kutembea tembea, wanakuwa na shida ya miguu, wanakuwa ni kama they are not growing properly. So every time you want to start poultry, ama you start to keep your chicks, have a good breed, have a good proper feeds, and 3, proper housing. Thank you so much. May God bless you. May God enable you as you prepare. We all start with a vision. When you have this vision, push it. Don't postpone your vision. Push it with whatever you have. Start small. Don't start with those 1,000 birds. You can even start with 5. You can start with 10. You can start with whatever you have. And that, what we want right now, with that small number, is to get knowledge. The first proper thing people are lacking is knowledge. The knowledge of rearing. The way you rear 10 is the same way you rear 1,000. So just look for that knowledge that will enable you tomorrow to have a retirement scheme. Even if you are in employment, you can still rear your chicken, because the moment umezipe maji chakula, you can go on and go to your daily routine and do your work. So you can still rear your chicken as well as continue with your job kama umeandikwa kazi. So it is not hard, it is easy, it is all about our mindset. So start small and grow in your business and grow in your venture. Yes. So if you find us educative, you can subscribe to our channel. We are Linda Lindis. We are Ray Poultry Farm and Linda Lindis. May God bless you.